Today we have a bit of a different video. So I've been on YouTube since the beginning of July. So in January made 6 months of me being on YouTube. And I just wanted to come on here. I'm gonna be doing my makeup as we chat, but I just wanted to have a real chat with you about how I've been feeling being on YouTube for these months. So I want to start off with kind of my expectations. I knew that being on YouTube, making videos consistently was going to be a challenge, like especially having a full-time job and, only being able to plan out videos, record videos, edit videos, either after work, on the weekends, and just kind of when I can outside of work. I knew that this was going to be a challenging process, I really did. And it's very much so proving to be true. It is very challenging. And what I'm realizing is that I think I'm making the process harder on myself than what it needs to be, which I think is very much so like me. I am someone who likes things to be done really well. I strive for excellence in really everything that I do. And so in being that way, I can often put a lot of pressure on myself whenever I'm doing things. So I think YouTube is no different. I think that I do put a lot of pressure on myself. I do a lot of preparation when I'm preparing for videos. Like I try to do a lot of research and keyword research and study thumbnails and all of these things to try to optimize my video and get them shown to more people, all that good stuff. Well, the problem is what I'm learning is that by doing the most, preparing for each video, really doing the most, it's so much work and it's almost feeling like something that I'm dreading. It feels like another job that I have and it's not really that fun. Like I'm not really enjoying the process like I thought I would be. And some things need to change. Some things really do need to change. So when I started my channel back in July, I made a commitment to myself to post consistently on my channel for a year. Before I ever considered stopping, before I considered quitting, I had to give myself a year of commitment. So we're 6 months in. This is really where like the rubber meets the road. The newness of starting something new has worn off and we're in the thick of it. So what I feel like is the disconnect for me, like I feel like I'm putting a lot of time and energy into creating videos that I think would be helpful for people. But what I'm realizing is I think that there's a disconnect between me creating videos and really connecting with you all who are watching my videos. I feel like the way that I've been approaching my videos, the way that I've been delivering my videos, creating them, is that I've been really focused on making them as valuable as possible. Like I would do a whole bunch of research. I would create really detailed like bullet points of all of my talking points and made sure that they were in the right order, and I had all of my examples thought out, and it was very much so teacher mode. Like it's me sharing information that I know and just like being very methodical, and here's tip 1 and tip 2 and here's tip 3 and tip 4, and just very focused on sharing as much information as I could in a video, and yeah, just being very much so in teacher mode. Like it's giving very much so teacher. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, except I think like I'm not relating to you. I don't think that you all have gotten a chance to just like get to know me on a more personal level, to get a feel for my personality. And so what I'm learning is that when educational channels create only like how-to content and they're only focused on like answering your questions, that videos become very transactional. Like I put out this video answering your question, you get the answer to get you the question that you were looking for, and you're out. You watch the video, you don't really care who gives you the answer. You get what you need and you're gone. Like, you don't really care about the person who created the video. And so I really do not want a transactional channel. Like, that's not what I want for myself. I want to build a community. I want an engaged community. I want you all who watch my videos to, you know, to like me, to relate to me in some way, and not just only watch my videos strictly for the information. So that's the problem that I'm running into, is that I feel like I am putting out so much information and trying to make videos as valuable as possible, but you aren't really getting to know me or my personality. And I feel like I've been putting way too much pressure on myself to be perfect. So in order to try to enjoy the process of making videos more, a couple things are going to be changing on my end. First of all, I'm going to be taking the pressure off of myself to be perfect in making my videos. I'm not going to be over preparing for my videos anymore. I'm still going to, of course, think about the video in advance, know an idea of what I'm going to share, and hopefully still have it be valuable. But I'm not going to be stressing myself out, doing the absolute most, spending hours preparing for videos. I'm not going to do it. So I think that's one thing that's going to help me enjoy the process a little bit more, is being able to be more organic, be more authentic, which is something that I do want to work on this year. I've been really trying to work on that since last year. So now's the time to do it. I'm going to be more authentic and hopefully more relatable. And hopefully you'll get to know me on a different level outside of just the information that I'm sharing. I'm hoping that you'll get to know a little bit more of my personality, some of my quirks, and just more about me as a person, putting more of the you into YouTube. So I'm gonna be taking the pressure off of myself to be perfect, and I hope that it will benefit both you all in getting to know me, and it'll benefit me in being able to enjoy the process. I feel like that's such an important part of achieving any goal, is being able to enjoy the process along the way. Like, YouTube is not something that I want to dread and just kind of push through and just get through to reach a final outcome. Like, I want to enjoy the process of making videos. I want to enjoy the process of talking with you, building this community. I'm going to prepare, but I'm going to try to be more of myself on camera. And that's something that I'm working on, just being more of myself, being more relaxed on camera. So don't get me wrong, I still want my videos to be informative in some way. Like, I still want to share information, but it's going to be delivered in a different way. I'm just going to be sharing what works for me. I'm going to share by way of showing you what works in my life. I'm going to apply the knowledge that I have to my life, share what works for me. Hopefully you will get something out of it too. So overall, I want my videos to be more conversational in nature. I want to feel like I'm talking with a friend, not talking at someone, just like spitting information at you all. So hopefully loosening up will help me do that. Taking the pressure off of myself, allowing myself to make mistakes, not be perfect, will allow me to be more conversational and still get information across, but in a more relaxed, relatable way. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, it's really hard to do two things at once, honestly. Okay, so as I'm switching up my approach with YouTube, part of what's going to be changing is what I'm focused on in terms of progress. You know, starting YouTube, it's a common goal to reach your first 1,000 subscribers, honestly, like as soon as possible. That's what you're focused on. You're focused on reaching 1,000 subscribers, and you're focused on reaching 4,000 public watch hours. That's like one of the first big milestones of being on YouTube. And if you watched my January reset video where I shared my 12-week year goals, I did have a subscriber goal. I'm going to be changing my focus and being less focused on the numbers. I don't want a channel where I have a bunch of subscribers, but no one engages with me. Like, what is the purpose of that? So I am less focused right now on increasing the number of subscribers that I have. Of course, if people choose to subscribe, that's fantastic. It's definitely not a bad thing, but I really want to focus on connecting more with you all, connecting with my audience, with my community, and focus on increasing engagement with my videos. So engagement meaning when people choose to hit the thumbs up and like the video, that's helpful for me in knowing that either the topic that I'm sharing in the video is helpful or relates to them in some way, or even better, the number of comments that I get. You know, like I've been focused on asking questions throughout my videos to try to encourage my community to respond to me in the comments. And that's something that I would love to see more of. But honestly, even more just organic comments. They don't even have to be answering a specific question that I have, but just letting me know whether they liked the video or what you find helpful about these videos would be so awesome to me. So if I don't gain more subscribers over these next few months, I'll be okay, as long as I feel like the engagement is improving. So this would be a neat little experiment for me to see what the first 6 months of being on YouTube was like, with one approach of being more focused on ranking in search and focused on keywords and focused on like just sharing as much information as I can, to the second 6 months of being on YouTube where I'm going to be focused more on just being more relaxed, being more relatable, and focused on connection with you all. So this would be a fun little experiment and to see if I enjoy this approach more. I really hope that I do. Time will tell. And so this will mean that I will need to revise some of my goals for the 12-week year and some of the tactics that I'm using. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please check out my January reset, where I share a little bit about what the concept of the 12-week year is and what my 12-week year goals were. So I'll be modifying those and changing them to match this new approach that I'm going to be taking with YouTube. And I think that there's nothing wrong with changing your goals as you go along. Creating goals is a starting place, but as you get into it, you'll probably realize that sometimes things just aren't working the way that you thought that they would be, you know, and that's life. We have to be adaptable. We have to be able to pivot sometimes and just really find what's going to work well for us. So I'm going to be adapting some of my 12-week year goals, and I'll share more about what those changes are in my February reset. So stay tuned for that. And it is really hard to do mascara and talk at the same time. Okay, I'm back. I had to finish my mascara off camera because trying to talk and do that at the same time was just doing the most. Okay. So I think that achieving my goals, being the best version of myself, I know it's going to require me to level up. It's going to require me to do things differently. It's going to require me to approach things from a new way. And so I think that my goal and my experience on YouTube is no different. Being in teacher mode comes naturally to me. It's kind of my like default way of sharing information. There's even like home video footage of me when I was much younger, when I was, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 years old, and I would come home from school and teach an imaginary class. I would teach an imaginary class, daily oral language, or teach them like new words. So teaching and just like sharing information in more of a teachy way just comes naturally to me, but that doesn't mean that that's what I need to be doing. So that's how I've been feeling. I haven't been loving the experience of being on YouTube, but I want to change that. I want to change that because if I don't love it, if I'm not enjoying the process, there's no way that I can do this long term. No way. No way at all. So we're going to see if we can change this. I want to enjoy the process, so I'm going to loosen up, take the pressure off, and focus on being imperfect, but hopefully still being of value in some way. That was also my focus for last year. Imperfection. Not letting wanting to be perfect hold me back. And so that's continuing here. finished with my makeup. I really honestly don't do much with makeup. As you can see, I don't even wear like real foundation. This is just tinted moisturizer. But here we are. I'm wrapping up. I'm getting ready to film another video. But that's it for this video. I'm going to be taking the pressure off of myself. So leave me a comment down below if you like more conversational videos, less formal, like structured teaching, sharing information type videos. And we'll see how this goes, y'all. I have 6 more months of being committed to this, so I want to see if I can enjoy the process as much as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed getting a little bit of insight into how I've been feeling. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I will see you in my next video. Stay true to you.